just about every single day. First things first. Bring that down all the way down on one. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint using ambient light rejection technology. Gain. I'm showing you what goes on in my morning when I get up. So this is some of the stuff I got to do when I get up. First things first, prayer. Always prayer. Thank the Lord for blessing me to get up and see another beautiful, brand new day. And then I have stuff around and projects that I'm working on. So right now, got to talking with one of our customers who bought a great deal of quality of paint from us, and he was wondering if we had something that could pretty much take a hit from direct sunlight. Now we do have something, but we're going to have to revamp that one because that technology was called a smoke ambient light rejection 10. It was supposed to be a screen that was supposed to be developed right along with the 12, and that technology just basically was never produced due to the fact that we just couldn't get the surface to develop it. So now we're going to make a formula version of this 17. Yeah, you just heard me, 17. It takes a direct hit from sunlight. Not possible? It is possible. I'll be posting some demonstrations at the bottom of the test formula we first started working on. It was called smoke. This stuff could pull an image at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a 1500 lumen projector and punch right through the screen. So it's some stuff we were working on, some really crazy stuff. So I have some of it downstairs. It was ramped up a little bit today. We added some stuff to it to ramp it up to make it a little bit more insane. That's what this surface right here is going to be recoated with that technology. So that's going to be done. We might do a little, well, that paint on demonstration will probably go into effect later on the day because my Christy gets here, my 5,000 lumen, and I want to see what happens if we smack this screen that's designed to take on sunlight with a let's go back here on that one. 5,000 lumen projector. We're all over the place on that one. All right, so what does Mr. Bird do when he gets up in the morning? Mr. Bird starts his day off with a cup of tea because I love freaking tea and that's all I drink. Can't have coffee anymore. Haven't had coffee in freaking 20 years because Mr. Bird does not know how to consume coffee. What I mean by consume, I mean by drinking 8 cups a day. That's a lot of coffee. I had a coffee addiction. So this is my little area where I sleep at. For those you're saying, you sleep there? Yes, I do sleep there. I have a master bedroom over top of me. This house is pretty big, and this is the only area I sleep at. Why? I'm comfortable here. I sleep where I'm comfortable. I can put a big bedroom set upstairs and buy whatever I want upstairs. Nice luxury bedroom, but I don't want to be upstairs. I just like it right here. This is where I'm comfortable. I got my TV here. I got my PS4 VR system. My machine that helps me breathe a little better when I sleep at night. My purifier and all that stuff. Air conditioner over there. Kitchen in the back. Why would I go upstairs? If it was a bathroom down here, I would never go upstairs. If my office and bathroom were down here, I would never go upstairs. There's no point for me to go upstairs. So this is my little spot right here. So I have my little stand over there. I got my Mucinex and medication, inhaler, and some Tiger Bond. Because every once in a while, my back decides that it just wants to jack me up for the rest of the day. And I got work to do, so I ain't got time for it. And then I got my massager over there. Oh, back massager, the lifesaver. As a matter of fact, I just ordered one that I can lay down on and just sleep and have some massager for my neck and legs and all that stuff like that. And I got a foot massager coming in, which, you know, if you don't know too much about mold poisoning, there's something called neuropathy. I think it's called. It's basically damage to your nerves. So every so once in a while, I get this funny tingling feeling and weakness in my legs from time to time. It's nothing. It's just basically some stuff that's triggering off till the medication kicks in and knocks it out. But until then, it could be based. I might need blood flow. It could be anything. So I get this massager. I stick my feet into it, and then it relaxes me, and then I'm good for the next couple of days. Yeah. All right. So what I'm doing right now is just rolling up my bed and throwing it in the closet. Got my hot tea over there on the tea warmer. That was the best investment, a $3 tea warmer. It's a lifesaver because I can put my tea in there, roll and run around the house, and then figure out exactly, come back and I always have a hot cup of tea waiting for me. Yes. So this is every morning, get up, grab controllers because, you know, got to charge these babies up. My charger right there. Another good investment right there. And I need to turn this thing off. So I told you, things stays on all night. There we go. Turn this thing off. Come on, come on. It's one of those clicks. Whatever. We'll find it. I got to turn the lights off for that one. Can't remember which one it is. Come on. Yeah. It's supposed to be in VR like 3 days ago. Never got in there to play because I've been a little busy. I do VR from time to time. It's because I design projection screens. Don't mean I don't do VR. I love VR. Just can't be in there all day because I'll get headaches. I think that's the shut off. Yeah, I was hitting it twice. All right, so I'm gonna go over here and wrap up my bed. I tell you, cool thing, man. When I first started sleeping on it, so I bought this sofa. Basically, it's a wide sofa. So I bought the sofa because, you know, eventually when I was in a relationship, I knew there were going to be times I was going to get in an argument with this female, and I was going to end up sleeping on the sofa. So I bought the sofa. And when I bought the sofa, I made sure I got something that had really big cushions where I felt like I wasn't squeezed inside the back of someone's car. So I bought the sofa. And that's the reason why I bought it, because I knew there were going to be days where we were going to have arguments, and I didn't want to sleep in the bed next to her. So I had to sleep on the sofa. There's no other place because I can't sleep in my office, you know. And I could sleep on the movie chairs, but man, sleeping on those babies, man, will crack your neck. So anyway, when I bought the sofa, I bought these really ones with great big huge cushions because I know I could turn it into a bed eventually if I got into an argument. Got to think ahead, people. So first night sleeping on it because she owned the bed. So long story short, yeah, my relationship separated in 2020. I didn't tell anybody about it because I thought it was nobody's business but mine. But yeah, my relationship ended in 2020. So that was a good thing. Trust me, it was a good thing. 5 years, 5-year relationship. Oh my goodness, I've done my time. Okay, no one sit there and say, oh, you've done time. I've done my time. But anyway, long story short, get to move past that. So, sleeping on the sofa is comfortable, but like I said, you can't sleep on it every day, especially with me having back issues. It would have messed me up pretty bad. So, see that green cushion right there? Oh my goodness, you just don't know. So, me online trying to figure out the first 2 nights I slept there because she owned the bed, and of course she took the bed with her. The first few nights on that bad boy, I mean, I was in pain getting up in the morning. I had work to do. I constantly have to bend over and build stuff all the time, so I was in a lot of pain. And I always, like I said, I incorporate God in everything. So I prayed and asked the Lord, tell me where to go to get a nice, something that would be real comfortable for me to sleep on. I saw 2 different areas that had blue foam, but then the Lord directed me to get that right there. Oh my goodness, man. When I first got it here and I wanted to go squeeze, it was like squeezing cookie dough. It was like that soft, and it would just bounce back. When I went to sleep that night, it was like sleeping on a cloud. Oh, I prayed, man. I thanked the Lord all through the night, man. That was the most comfortable sleep ever, and it's been that way. I'm thinking what would happen if I get 3 of them and put them together. But yeah, that's the best thing I ever invested. $31. Got some people put some bad reviews on it, but I love it. It's real comfortable. So I just roll this up like so. You know, a lot of people think, oh, you live this glamorous life. Glamorous life? I live a simple life. Thing, you know what I mean? If you knew what my lawsuit was worth, you would think, oh, this guy's definitely going to go out and get himself a Lamborghini or Bugatti or whatever. No, I'm a simple person. I don't need all that junk to begin with to be happy. You don't need all that stuff. And when I get my house is going to be huge. It's going to be 5,000 square feet. I'm not getting anything bigger than that. Why? I'm only one person. But I'm still going to sleep downstairs on the sofa. I'm not sleeping upstairs. My master bedroom in one of the houses is freaking huge. I mean, it's freaking huge. I'm not sleeping up there. I'll probably turn that to an office. I'm sleeping downstairs on the sofa. That's where I want to be. I'm going to get this huge, massive, sectional sofa. That's what I want. I got it all mapped already. Probably maybe a 300-inch screen. That's what I want. And I might, because of course I'm not going to be able to find an ultra short throw projector to do a 300-inch screen. So I'm going to have to get 2 ultra short throws and do some mapping. So I can basically combine it into one picture to get a massive, it's some work behind it, trust me. It's going to be a whole science project. But I got to get 2 4K projectors, and I have to basically do screen mapping and some software to get it to all fit a 300-inch screen. So that's going to be my next setup. And those Calypso speakers, I can't pronounce that right, but a few people have told me I should get those. So I'm going to buy a set of those for the new house and everything. And I'm definitely painting the ceiling black. Now, I'm not painting this ceiling. Oh, God, I forgot how tall the ceilings are in that freaking house. Well, okay. Anyway, so let's go do the rest of the stuff we get in the morning. So basically, because Mr. Bird likes to eat in bed, which I do like to eat in bed. I do. Doritos, crackers, whatever crap. And I got to put this in the washing machine because this has got to be washed out. So, I'm going to tell you that when I got to be up in the morning, it isn't just jumping up and just making paint. I own a house. I mean, I own a house. I rent a house, so I got stuff I got to do when I get up in the morning. I don't have oh, this is the wrong sofa cushion. I was wondering why this one was bigger than that one. This one belongs over here. All right. This is me in the morning when I get up every day. Things to do, things to do, things to do. Get up in the morning and just show you what goes on. So no, I'm not getting in. Even when, like I said, when my settlement passes, I'm not going to be. It's going to be the same thing. You'll watch it. It'll be the same thing. Get up in the morning, do the same thing. Except it'll be a little different. And hopefully I'll have a couple of dogs. But that's why I want a couple of dogs. Okay. So I'm done over here in this section right here. So we'll go over here. This is, we're going to be the new technology, which is a 17. Now, keep in mind, it's going to be a little different. You ain't rolling this on. This is not going to happen. This was a spray-on application on. It has to be sprayed on. There is no way in the world you're going to be able to roll this technology on. It has to be sprayed on. So, no, it's never going to be a rolled-on formula. And it's going to be a little bit expensive because I got companies interested in this technology. So it's not basically advertised toward customers. It's more advertised toward companies. I mean, come on, don't get mad over it. I mean, really, seriously, with all the technology I developed to give you insane screens, like you got to have more, it's enough. You know what I mean? This is just something for these companies that want to order this stuff. Let me see. I mean, if you want to buy it, it's up to you. I mean, but like I said, it's going to be a bit costly. Not as an expensive cost. A little bit more over, probably around in the 300 range. And it's not sold in, we don't sell it in quarts. Can't sell this stuff in quarts or 2 quarts. It has to be sold in gallons only. It's been made by the gallons. All right. So, this is the most boring video I've ever seen in my entire life. I thought he was talking about projection screens. That's what I came here to watch, some projection screens. Yeah, I said morning, get up in the morning. I can feel the dislikes right now on my channel. Well, I know the dislikes. Come on. I get them all the time. It doesn't bother me. I enjoy the dislikes. I know how good my product is. Now, if your product sucked, I mean, if it sucked, I mean, really sucked. I do a lot of live demonstrations. Just say every live demonstration I did, the screen came out looking absolutely horrible. Images didn't show up outside. Colors were way off. Didn't look good on crappy projectors. Had to use all high-powered projectors. Majority of all my videos were in the dark. Yeah, I can understand that. But when you're doing demonstrations where you're pulling off images on 1,000 lumen projectors outside at 12 feet back and blowing out top performance screens, then I know it's all basically people who basically just haters. And I welcome everybody. I welcome the Crow Boys. I welcome the haters. I welcome them all. I love you all. There ain't no hatred here. No matter how much hatred you give me, at the end of the day, I still got a smile on my face. You know why? Because I know my technology is good. And I know why you hate me. So it doesn't bother me if you hate. You can give me 40,000 hates. At the end of the day, I still got a table full of orders. I still have contracts. Because people who buy my product and test it know it works. So it doesn't bother me. Comments, all that stuff, that doesn't bother me. At the end of the day, every morning, it's just me and God getting up and doing what we got to get done. And God always makes sure my table is always blessed. As long as I walk that path, I'll make what I make and I'll be who I'll be. But if I'm not walking that path, then he can't give me anything. He can't bless the evil. He can only bless the good. I had somebody tell me, well, we all know who that individual is. Constantly call me all the time and tell me, I'm going to take down your company. I'm going to destroy it. All right. Like I said, never met a man that could walk through God. And yet, we still have interesting technology. Now, The reboot on the technology was developed less than a half an hour. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you my time on how long it takes me to actually develop something. And it's not long. I can develop something within hours. If God gives me the info to do so. If He don't give me the info to do so, then I just wake up every morning. It's just another day for me of work. And I'm curious. So we had a technology under smoke. It was called smoke ambient light rejection 10. It took a direct hit from sunlight. Sunlight transferred through it. Now, before you sit there and go, oh, that's virtually impossible. I've seen somebody just click off because they're thinking that's virtually impossible. There's no way in the world you could ever do anything like that. Again, you know me. I always back everything up. So there'll be links at the bottom for you to check out. Under caption, demonstration, direct sunlight. Check it out. I back everything up. You have to. You have to back everything up. It isn't for these people who make these generic screen paints and don't do any testing. It's not for y'all. It's for big companies that I deal with from day to day. Because I'll have a company going, well, guess what? I can just paint the entire wall with just everyday black paint. Why would I even buy from you? Well, I can come in and say, look, check it out. Black paint, our technology, white demonstration. Oh, okay, I see. So I'm going out spending all this money for black paint and painting the side of their house, or we're going to paint with it and mess up their screen. Because eventually, you know, it's going to cost them $20 or $30 a gallon, depending on what kind of black paint they get. It's going to cost them $20 or $30. Now they're going to have to, if they're painting a screen of maybe like 200 and 300 inches, they're going to have to paint over all that again, buy the other crap they have, and then they're going to probably reprime the screen because they'll probably reprime it, and have to buy my stuff eventually. So that's why all these demonstrations are done. It's just to back up what the technology can do. That's all. I know my video's got to be gritty as on the way. You know what live looks like on the other end for me? Everything on my camera looks crystal clear. But on your end, it probably looks like something out of a, I don't know, watching Tron on Betamax. Using 240p. And you want to know what 240p looks like? Go to your YouTube and change your settings resolution to 240p. There you go. Did you know the Xbox, the original Xbox was 480p? It was 480p. The original Xbox is 480p. All right, so we're just waiting for this doohickey to dry. You want to see what that new coating looks like? You're curious. You want to see? Like, yes, yes. I will show it to you. I will show it to you. Let's come over here where the lights are at first, because we got to see how the stuff looks. It looks kind of Christmassy. I'm gonna tell you right now. So remember yesterday I was saying, hey, I bet you the day that I get the screen for the grommets, you know, it's going to rain. And it's actually raining outside. Still going to set it up. I can't basically put the coating on it because the coating needs to dry and it has to be done outside because this screen is quite huge. It is 10 by 12 feet. That canopy screen I'm actually designing. But I want to hang it up because I want to test it out. And then it's going to dry pretty quick because it's just mesh. And then hopefully we get a good day tomorrow. I can paint it and do the demonstration tomorrow. This is going to be done today. This is definitely going to be done today. I'm halfway done through this right here. I love this. I did a demonstration on this. This thing actually works with the projector. Keep in mind, if you're going to do this, you have to use short throw only. Do not think you're going to get away with this using ultra short throw. It's not going to work out too well. And long throw, it's not going to work. Long throw is just going to show a really small image. You have to do this with a short throw projector. Doesn't make a difference as long as it's name brand. That's projector right there is 36. I think my short throw comes in tomorrow. It does come in tomorrow, and Chrissy comes in a day. All right, so that's basically about it. But this right here, man, looks so freaking cool last night. I cannot wait to finish this off. So this will be done today, and that'll give me a time. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to get something, wasn't I? This also works with those projectors too. So the projector I was showing here, and then the one over there, it works with those projectors. Feel like I can do the same thing on my white ceiling. No, you can't. I told you when I was watching the demonstration, I was showing off the test run on it to see how much of the ceiling I can hit with the projector. And everybody was looking like, oh, that looks amazing. It's cool. I'm like, okay, that's nice and all, but no, you're not seeing the depth to it. It's supposed to look realistic. You know what I mean? Like it goes on forever. And you can only get that off a black surface. All right, so you wait right here. I shall be back. I can't take you down to the basement because I got things going on down there that you're not supposed to know about. Come on, take me. No! use it. But if you don't, whoosh, if you don't, and look at that. Crow boys are probably glued to the camera right now. Like, what has he got? What has he got in there? What's in there? You want to know, don't you? I'll show you. I'll show you something today. Oof, stuff is messy. We're not messing with you, Crow boys. We're just having some fun with you. Just relax. Crow boys and my customers, or people who watch. You know, we're not messing with the Crow boys. Just having a little fun with them. They love to come in here and ridicule my videos all the time. It doesn't bother me at all, but just want to show you some things that when you get done watching what I do, you're going to be here more than, well, actually, you might convert to Crystal Boys. Ah, there's a good one. You might turn to Crystal Boys. We're Crystal Boys. We're going to convert to Crystal Boys. We're going to convert to Crystal Boys because he has interesting content going on in his channel. It's not the same thing every day. I told you it's not going to be the same thing every day. So what is in this? Now, by looking at it, you're probably thinking maybe it's just a silver. It looks like a bit of a dark silver, doesn't it? Should we put the light on it? That was kind of a bit of a dark silver. What is this? Let's see what we got here. See how it sounds? Like milk. Means you can't roll it on. Of course, I'll be rolling mine on because it's just for tests. That's all it is. All right, so let me get one of these caps over here. We have to forget I got orders going out today, so I need 2 of these for one order, 2 for another order, and I got to order some more stuff. All right, so I'm going to pour some of this stuff into, man, right on my granite countertop. Mother freaking Jerry's ghost. No, I don't curse. All right. See how that pours like that? Pours, it pours. Look at that. So what is that? Interesting. Whoa. We should do one of them these commercials where they talk real quiet. So what we have here is we have a light color paint right here, but actually it's dark, and you see the pretty color. You see how it flows very softly, very, very softly, slowly, very softly. Haha, I'm just doing one of those freaking videos where they talk real quiet. I love those videos. They relax me so much. So what is that? Interesting to look at, isn't it? Always shook up. It's designed to look that way. But why does it look that way? Why? What is it? What is it? The Crow boys are trying to figure out what that is. Interesting. Oh, you wouldn't come close to that if you wanted to. I'm probably thinking, it could be some silver paint. Maybe it's some Christmas glitter mixed in with that. Not even close. Not even on the planet. Not even close, man. You got to break out them freaking. If you know anything about chemistry, I suggest you start breaking open some books, because it's not what you think it is on any level. But it could be. Maybe it's nail polish mixed. I've heard it all. It could be nail polish. Maybe Christmas glitter. Would I be naming all these elements if I'm basically really? It's not that. Not even close. Not even close. It could be hobby glitter. What is that? I don't know. Hey, what's up? Having some fun over here. It's early in the morning. You have to understand. Early in the morning, this is me when I'm up. I'm just crashing into the side of whatchamacallit. This is me in the morning. This is how I am. 24/7. Where's my cup of tea? This is me in the morning. Gotta have fun, man. If you don't enjoy your job, you don't enjoy what you do, get out of it and do something else, because life is too short to be unhappy. You find happiness anywhere. I don't talk much about my family, but I got a brother who's a Wall Street boy. He invested in the Apple when Apple first came out. He's pretty old, but mind you, there's 10 of us. So just, you can figure that one out. There's 10 of us in our family. So he's a Wall Street boy. Hey, God bless you too, my friend. He's a Wall Street boy. And I forgot what I was talking about. Oh well, we're somewhere else now. That'll be in front of white cooking some eggs. Like, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Let me see if I can kind of remember that. No. Nope, that's gone. That's what happens. Basically, when you reach this around this age, yeah, just can't remember what you came. You ever go into the room 4 or 5 times for the same thing? You're like, the freak. And that's when it's starting. That's when it starts. It'll come back to me. See, that's the tea warmer right there. I love that thing. Keep my tea warm all day. Oh, no. All right. Now, oh, yeah. You got to do what makes you happy. So, he's a Wall Street boy, right? He makes 6 figures a year. He makes a lot of freaking money. A lot of freaking money. After a while, he wasn't happy anymore. He just wasn't happy. It wasn't clicking for him anymore. I mean, this guy had expensive, custom, tailor-made suits, Rolex watches, you name it. He had it. Custom briefcases with his monogram on it. Drove a fancy car, a whole 9 yards. Just got one day, just decided he didn't like it anymore. He didn't want it. And he got a simple, he's a musician. He's a beautiful musician. He was gifted with the talent to be the play by ear. And now he plays jazz music in a club. You know, just a little jazz, little club, and he's happy. Quit his job. He got plenty of money banked away and all, but he just don't live on that. He's not on that level anymore. He just changed, completely different person. He went from a person who wore suits every day and Rolex watches to a person who just got a pair of bummed out pair of Chucks, some torn up jeans. He probably hasn't washed in the last couple of days, and he got a mohawk. He sports a mohawk now. Never seen my brother in a mohawk ever before. Always suits and ties. Always dressed to a T. Best of the best. Eats at Mickey D's. Never was a person there. I never seen him eat at Mickey D's a day in my life. You go to his refrigerator, he's got all these silver items with red writing on them, all designer foods. Now I go in his refrigerator, it's Doritos and snacks and cookies and all kinds of stuff in there. And people change. Got to do what makes you happy. Just wasn't happy. His wife was 100% with it. He just wasn't happy. And now every night he plays at a jazz club and he's happy. So you got to do what makes you happy. In the morning I get up and do this. This makes me happy. Oh, somebody asked me a question about them. I'm here ranting on like a madman. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be fun to work with. Right here. Really fun to work with. It's going to be interesting. Look at that. Look. Let me show you how weird this stuff is. Look at this. Wait, we got to do this on the whatchamacallit. Oh, got to fill this up. Let me put some of this in here. Let me show you what's wild about this stuff. Should get a cap for this. This stuff is freaking wild. So we're at probably about, with this stuff, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got some ideas. I can alter it and change it a little bit more. But I don't know. Because right now, the contrast is just going to bug the daylights out. I mean, I know it already. Look how light it is. The contrast is going to bug the daylight. But this stuff was designed to be sprayed on a transparent surface. It was never designed to be put on front projection. So I'll show you why. So what I'm going to do is we're going to coat all the way around here like this, like so. In the plastic bottle, right? I'm going to coat all the way around. Because it's not designed for front projection. It's designed for front and rear. Now we're going to set that right there. I want you to look at that. See that? See how you can't see through that at all, period? Now we'll come back later on. I'm showing you how we test black technology. When we're testing out black technology, invisible black technology, it has to be able so light can transfer through it. But it has to be so dark that you can't see through it. So try to figure that one out. That's a bit of an interesting, man, I'm telling you, you have no idea how difficult that is. You have to make a surface, a chemical, that you can't see through it, but light can transfer through it. So you see me do a few of those. So people don't really think about how difficult that is to do. And not only does light have to transfer through it, it has to be to produce white light. So white light has to be filtered through a black screen. It's not that hard to do. It's not that hard to do. Or it's hard to do. It's not that hard to do. I don't get them right all the time. Sometimes I got to climb a few mountains. You know what I mean? Sometimes I can develop the idea or the platform on how to develop the technology in 2 hours. The tests, on the other hand, are something completely different because it still has to go through all the rigorous testing. All those projectors upstairs got to be tested on. Got to take it outside. Got to do some crazy stuff with it to see what will happen. And that technology has to be submerged in water. because that stuff's going to be outside a lot. People use some. We got this stuff right now. This coating that we make that basically pulls images up on glass windows for storefront advertising. You can look right through the glass. You can see all the different items they have in the window, but they put a projector up there. They can put a little advertising right on that glass. So take some frog tape and cut a little this right here and peel it up, and then basically boom, push an image right through it. And then when you get done, just take some hot water and soap and just and you're done. Glass is right back to normal. We had a guy who had a Mercedes-Benz dealership, and they were painting the inside of the glass on these Mercedes, and they were taking these little projectors in between the seats, and they were pushing an image and were advertising off the glass. Is that cool or what? So people figured out all kinds of cool stuff to do with it. Remember it came back? It's getting a little clearer. Come back to it. So yeah. I got to use this thing one day. I've never ever used a popcorn machine. I think it's more decoration than a popcorn machine. I never used it before. One day I'll pop some popcorn. I think I'll finish up the ceiling. I'll pop some more popcorn. I'll pop some popcorn in it. All right, so this will be finished today. I just got this little strip. Mind, this is 2 quarts. So to try to figure out exactly, and I had to measure out the ceiling, and to figure out exactly how many quarts it would take me to paint this, I had to paint this quart per quart in order to figure out how to do it. So this was actually 2 quarts right here by itself. Like I said, it's a 1-coat application. It just, sometimes, if you're coating this stuff on drywall, the application for painting the coats, you can go a little larger than the average screen. So if I say 126, you can actually get a 135 out of it if you're painting it on drywall. It depends on how much the surface is going to absorb. Plexiglass, glass, and all that stuff like that, it's not going to absorb anything. So you can pretty much get got a little coverage out of that. Fabric, on the other hand, that's a different story. That's why we always tell you that you should prime that surface first, because fabric is going to absorb. And even when it's primed, it's still going to absorb a little bit, but not as much as it could if it wasn't primed. So with this was 2 quarts. So I'm figuring about a gallon. It would take me probably about, it'd probably take me 3 quarts. But if I want to go back over and do a once over, because see, the thing about it is when you do a ceiling, you have to make sure that there is no white areas showing at all. You might miss a spot. So you have to do it again just to make sure, because if there's any little white areas missing up there or showing through, and you do a demonstration like on a star field or whatever, you're going to see little white spots, or you're going to see something up there that's going to look wrong. It's going to look off. It's going to look off a little bit. You're going to need to see it. I'll show you. I'll paint some of it, and then we'll do a demonstration. No way to explain it unless I show it to you. But I have to go over this whole entire ceiling, and I have to look around and see where I might have missed. All right, so let's see. Well, we dry here on this. This is the black screen paint. Interesting, it's funny because I had somebody, when they told me they were like, one of the channel, I was doing a demonstration, and one of the Crow boys came in and said, oh, that's not, because one of there's so many different theories on our black technology, on when people are saying that there's no anywhere you can have a black screen produce a white image. It's sad because if you're stuck in that category where your mind can only think but so far, then you limit it yourself. You can't think that way. You have to think that, okay, that is possible. I can do this. Or I can design a plan to get on that road to reach that goal to make that possible. And that's the problem. Some people, the naysayers, have a problem of accepting it. So in their mind, they're just trying to figure out ways how to debunk it, to bring out the truth on why it's not real. And that's why I love doing live demonstrations, because there's no way in the world for them to figure. They get mind blown on that one. His explode right in front of the freaking monitor. So one of the theories that was put out that was it wasn't actually black, it was actually a very dark gray, and that's the reason why the white levels came up so high on the dark technology. I'm really glad we developed that platinum eclipse. That platinum eclipse is such a dark gray that they look like they're black. So when I brought one upstairs, because we had a Crow boy in there telling me, well, no, that screen is definitely dark gray. I was like, okay, so I brought the platinum eclipse and I laid it up over there. So what color do you think that screen is? He couldn't tell whether it was black or gray. Well, if this one's black, what is this one? So I basically took the screen and put it against the black screen, and the platinum eclipse came up gray, and this screen came up black. So which one is it? Which one's black and which one's gray? He got mad, he logged out. So if you're sitting there saying, well, it's not black, look at the ceiling. That's the same technology there. That's the same technology there. And the same technology there and there. It's black. See my sofa? This is just not for y'all, it's Crow Boys. When I speak like this, it's for the Crow Boys. You guys know this already. You know your colors. It's for the Crow Boys. They're coming and asking you strange questions. Sofa's black. This is black. That's black. That's black. Well, I'm kind of brown. Oh, man. Gotta have fun. But yeah, it's for the Crow Boys. Oh, and the guy came and said, you can't stop all of us. I'm not trying to stop all of you. I'm trying to invite you in so I can teach you something. Come on now. Now, one of my friends, I'm going to actually get a chance to watch this. I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to show you the video all, but we're going to be doing Facebook, face chat or whatever it is. Facebook's got some kind of streaming system now. I'm going to buy one of those. And he's going to put in a real movie theater in his home. It's a really big home. So he's going to put a movie theater. I'm going to help him build this thing. Show him how to put it together. He's going to put speakers in. He's even going to put everything down to the velvet ropes. Yes. And, of course, you know, once COVID, and I hope when it ends finally one day, I think when I get my movie theater set up, because I am going to get an actual dedicated theater put into that house. I got to. Come on, I design this stuff for a living. I got to have one. I got to have a dedicated theater before I die. But I want to do something where I want something with the slanted. Same thing when you go to the movie theater, has a slant to it. When you go down to the floors that light up, I want the stage. I want an actual stage with the movie theater up there. So you can't just walk up to the screen. There's actually a stage around it. That's what I want built. I'm going to have somebody build that for me. I'm going to contract and have them build the whole entire thing out for me. So I'm going to do it that way. So I got 4 acres on that property. I can't build it in the house because the house is not big enough to put it in. But I can build it out of shipping containers. If you ever heard of shipping container homes, check that out. I've seen someone actually build a theater room using a shipping container homes. And they stacked it like stairs. They put one here, one here, one here, one here. So when it got to the far end, that was the actual screen. Inside, it was amazing. It was amazing how they cut it all open and installed it in and everything. It was amazing how I can just go in and just manipulate anything. Because shipping container houses is like building with Legos. You know what I mean? You could build like Minecraft. You could build anything you want. And these are huge containers. There's something like what? What are like something like 6 feet or I think they're like 5 feet or something like that. 5 feet across or 9 feet high and something like 20 feet wide. They're huge. Can you imagine turning one of those into a bathroom for your home as you're building your house? Put 3 of those together, that's a huge house. And some of these people have something like 13, 14 containers. I was thinking like, okay, just thinking out loud. You know the refrigeration containers that they have on back of tractor trailers to basically keep food cold? Can you imagine buying one of those and using that for your walk-in freezer? You build your kitchen, like we're just gonna attach that here, and we're gonna make our walk-in freezer. That is freaking humongous. I've seen, and just looking at houses, I'm thinking like, what else are they doing with these things? Swimming pools. They're building swimming pools. Somebody had a window cut open, a peekaboo window cut out on 2 sides. They had the pool brought down a little lower where the house was at. And you could walk into the house. It was connected to the side of the container. And they had a peekaboo window so you can look inside the fish tank. And then outside they had another one. Oh, it was amazing. Fish tanks. I've seen fish tanks. People build fish tanks out of these bad boys. You think of it, someone's already have done it with garages. Underground bunkers, like everything with these things, and they're cheap. It's like something like, get these containers for like $1,500, get them for something like around $2,000 or something like that. And I think they have, I don't know if the price is for the truck, but I heard it's pretty cheap. I think some if you pay $3,000 altogether, some of them, if you get the truck to bring it out, it's like $3,000 for the container. And then you get some, if you get a brand new one. $3,000 for the container, I think $2,000 for the truck to bring it out. But it depends on, you can bring out, I would bring out more than one container if you're paying that price for that truck. But you want to make sure that whatever container you get, you want to make sure you do the research on that container. There's a serial number on the side of that container. You might want to look that up to see what was transported in it, because you want to make sure with stuff being transported in there, it might not kill you later on. They were transporting chemicals in there. I wouldn't be building in that bad boy. So I watched the whole demonstration. Like I watched so many videos on how they mount them. Some of them build platforms where they actually They weld them down to the platform. It doesn't require a lot of building codes. You just have to have a good engineer and a couple of good welders in there. Your inspector, that's basically about it. You could build your house something like in about 6 months, probably less than that. Or if you build one of these houses, it would take years to build one of these houses because every time they would put something in, it would have to be inspected. To put the windows in, have to bring inspector. But electricity in, has to be inspected. But plumbing has to be inspector. This stuff all snaps together. And some of them are already built. So you'll buy, you're like, okay, this is going to be my living room. It already has plumbing. It has electrical work, all that. You just connect it together. They connect it together like Legos. Yep. And then you just got to buy the land. Which if this house didn't come with the house on top of it, I would build a shipping container home. All right. So, Mr. Bird, you talk about a lot of stuff. Oh, have you met the sloths? Have you met the sloths in the morning? The sloths. Okay, weird quirk about me, okay? I actually recline the chairs for the sloths. Don't call it quarantine madness. It's not that. This is what I do. I don't talk to them. I don't play card games with them. All right, come on, buddy. I forgot which one it was to bring this down. There we go. All right, let's go back over to that container again. So this is how I can tell when I make this stuff, the first application on how dark this is going to look on the glass from one application. This is how I know. So basically, 2 of these would pretty much block out this image where you couldn't see out the other end. 3 definitely would be, with the first block, you want something when you look at it, you want to make sure that it's cloudy enough. You know what I mean? It's got to be cloudy enough because depending on how light it is and how much you can see the other side depends on how many coats you would need in order to make it darker. I would say 2 would actually make this somewhat semi-dark. So you can see my finger on the other end moving back and forth, right? 3 of these would basically block out anything pushing through whatsoever. I'm just bothered by, and I like to see, okay, one of the things, I'm going to share about this really weird about this stuff. You see that, how it's changing? It got a little, okay, I'll hard to explain that one right there. All right, see how it settles? Kind of eerie, isn't it? So it has silver technology in it, but it also has a contrast. Remember I told you I have screens that have smart technology that really have the ability to put those contrasts. It's like the screen has the ability to think. Look at that. See how that's moving around in the glass? You're getting sleepier. 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 No one's watching that while they're driving. Well, you shouldn't be watching when you're driving anyway. So why does it look so weird? All right, so let's do a paint on right now. I'm gonna hit this with a projector right now. We don't need the crystal in here to do this. Let's do the paint on now. I'm curious. That's the curious side of me that has to know. Got to know. We got to know. Gotta find out. Let's see what happens. Let's hit it with something. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Take some of this. Back in here like so. Grab a roller real quick, and I gotta shake this up again. I need let's see, what projector? Get it all on my floor. I'm just gonna come here and scrub my floor down again. All right, let's grab a Chrissy. Grab a Chrissy. Chrissy projector. Right here, I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna grab one of the Chrissy's. It's a Chrissy like 3 times in it. One. Let's grab a chair. Set this right up on. I might need something like that. Let's make power cord, and some chrome cassette. Not just a chrome cassette, it'd be easy just a chrome cassette. All right, did we get enough outlets over there? Bring all this through. because I'm curious now. I'm gonna see what this looks like. I'm curious to know. I was gonna wait till the 5,000 got here, so I'll have to do this on. I have to do this on the 1,000 lumen because we definitely got to do it on 1,000 lumens. That definitely has to be done. All right, let's go over here and let's grab. Let's see what we need here. Maybe extension cord or something. Let's see. Surge protector, but that's not good enough. It's long enough. I gotta get me another hot cup of tea. What? Let's give some power. To me, it's driving me crazy. I gotta know. So I was supposed to do the demonstration for the ceiling. Y'all were supposed to see that, but last night, man, I got anxious. I had the pain to get it done because I knew the next day I was gonna have a crazy day, and I wasn't joking. Chrissy's coming in Friday, the other one's coming in. I got the canopy screen to finish up, and I got orders to do on top of that, and I got my driver coming up to pick up the other orders. So yeah, I had to get it out of the way. Get Chrissy out of the way first. Let me see, I need something for the floor. Heavy trash bags to work. Three or one? Two over here. Let's see what we get out of this. This is the smoke we've ramped. I'm curious to see what I'm going to get out of this. That's the smoke. I'll sip on that and break my neck. All right. Supposed to be sprayed on, but I'm rolling it because it's just a test. I need to see how this stuff is going to react. I don't care about smoothness or any of that stuff. I just need to see how it's going to react. I need a roller. I got my downstairs in the basement. And later on what I'll do is I'll go to Amazon and get a sheet of plexi so we can coat it on some plexiglass, because that's what it's designed for. Some plexiglass. Alright, let me get something so I can tip you guys over so you can see this. If you're not going to see this too well, let me see. You may see it, I don't know. So I'm going to bring it up a little bit there. Alright, that's better. Now you can see that better, can't you? Here we go. All right, let's go with that. That's really interesting. Very interesting. I'll bring you up. It's only a small screen, so. It's going to have to be a little darker because I don't like it's too light. I'm not used to working with lighter sensor. It looks like so it's going to have to be a little darker than that. Already from the door, I noticed it did change that right there. That's definitely going to go. That's not going to pull the contrast I want. But let's see what happens. But this stuff does dry kind of clear, so. coverage is pretty good. Another thing I have to check out to see how well the coverage looks. Of course, I'm just painting this in any direction. It really doesn't make a difference. For me, that's a test. It's gonna have to be a little bit darker because I'm not liking this. I'm used to dealing with darker technology. It's basically might go against everything I don't like to work with, but we'll see. Let's see. But keep in mind, this stuff was made to be put on glass anyway, so I don't know. It's never meant to be put on for front projection. It's made to be invisible. Okay, screen's moving over by itself. All right, let's drop a little bit more of this in. That should be it. Out of the way, please. Thank you. Not going full contrast the way I want to, but whatever. Just want to see what it looks like. All right. Right there. I can't put this here. Maybe on the right. All right. That's pretty fast and done, but it has to be changed a little bit. I'm not happy with that color. It's not making me happy. I hate grays. If you've noticed, we developed the platinum is good like it's black. I need something in that category. So I'm gonna have to go back on the drawing board. I'm not happy with that color. Ugh. All right, let's see what happens. But then again, like I said, it's designed to be painted on glass, so you know, I have to do two versions of that. I need something here to put on the floor because I don't really want to mark my floor up. And make sure I hit. Oh no, I missed areas. Literally missed a lot of areas. Stuff is a little weird. Then again, this stuff is designed to react differently. I missed a couple of areas in there. There. Look up. Looks better. Make sure I got every area in there. And you see the way I paint like a bit of a madman. I paint with the rollers going everywhere, just absolutely everywhere. So make sure I get everything. There we go. Should be good on that one, right? All right, we turn this fan off. It's up to the front. Now it's just going to suck air. Just leave it right out here. Let's just spread this. You might have to be careful with the floor because I don't know how well this stuff cleans off yet. Just get it caught around the fan. That's what we wanted at. Caught right around the fan. Let's see what we get from this stuff from the distance. still wet. I don't know what the reaction is going to be until it dries. But we're going to do it anyway. Let's do it anyway. Let's make a difference. So do paint on demonstrations. Ugh. You have to be done. See, with our projector plugged in. We got juice here. Everything. The main kill switch. No kill switch. Let's see if we got the kill switch. Oh, we did get the kill switch. Okay. Let's go bring something up on the Chromecast. Where the heck is my Chromecast? Where's my, what you call that? Okay. I need to adjust you because you are too big of an image. Oh, I forgot we was running to the computer. That's what we're doing, is running to the computer. HDMI detected. Alright. Let's see what we gotta do here, because that image is way too big. I think we need to put this on small. Oh, no, we're not supposed to turn it off. Cancel. My fault. I hit the wrong button. I need to hit it, because I forgot this image is. I have to bring it down. The image is too small. See, the problem I have here with this and what's bugging me now, and I'll tell you what's bugging me. What's bugging me is the fact that the projector is 4,000 lumens. So if I put it up close to fit the screen size, I got 4,000 lumens now on the screen, and that's cheating. So I can't do that. See, this is the kind of stuff that goes through my head. Because 4,000 lumens on anything that close is going to look incredible. It's not going to work. So I got to swap out the projector. I got to bring 1,000 lumen down. Because that's cheating. You're not supposed to do that. People do that anyway, but you're not supposed to do that. Because they don't consider the fact they're saying, okay, I'm moving the projector up close enough to be able to fit the screen. You're not realizing that that's a 4,000 lumen projector. That's 4,000 lumens at about a couple of feet away from the screen. So it's going to look good regardless. So we got to bring down 1,000 lumen because that right there is still going to fit the screen up pretty well, but it's 1,000 lumens. Either way, from a distance at 8 feet or whatever, probably around 7 feet, it's still going to be a challenge for the screen and the projector. So let's go grab the Sony upstairs. We'll grab that one. We'll grab the 720p SVGA. That's not going to do it. That's not going to work. It's not going to work, man. It's not going to work. This is what we're going to have to use. We need to use 1,000 lumens. Now this makes Mr. Bird very happy. Because I'd be cheating if I use the other projector. That's why when I saw the demonstration, somebody was using the Sony's. I saw the demonstration when somebody had their 3,200 lumen projector outside on their balcony, and they were literally sitting right up on top of the screen at 3,200 lumens with a screen slanted to the side. I was like, oh, come on. Do that. All right, so now we're going to basically put the Sony in. That color is irking the crap out of me. I might have to go change that because that's irking the crap out of me. I hate freaking gray screens. Like, that sounds kind of personal. It is personal. It's very personal. Ugh. I just don't like gray technology. It's flawed. It drives me crazy. That's got to be altered. Now, the base of the chemical is good. I like that. It's just that the color of it has to be altered. So, I think I just choked on. That has to be altered. That has to be changed. That's easy to do. When you work with this stuff for a while, you learn how to basically alter stuff pretty fast. All right, what am I looking for here? I need cords. Cords for this. Cords. This is my morning, people. This is my morning. This is what I do when I get up in the morning. I'm running up, downstairs, swapping out projectors, testing out new stuff. This is me in the morning. Because I love when people call me up and go, and they think I'm not doing anything all day. Oh my goodness, man. Like I said, I haven't had breakfast. I told you I don't eat breakfast in the morning because I don't have time to eat breakfast. I have a cup of tea, that is it. By the time we start cranking around maybe 4, if a projector comes in, I have food sitting over on the table getting ice cold while I'm doing reviews on projectors. So you didn't see me get up in the morning, have me a big bowl of cereal, which you can't have anymore. Nothing, but I love what I do. There's no complaining because I love what I do. I snack as I go through the day. That's why I go to Amazon Pantry and buy some breakfast bars and just snack on those. Because I'm always curious. I love what I do. All right, let's power up the Sony. There we go. I'm much more happy with the Sony. I think that 4,000 lumen would have been complete overkill. So next demonstration, it will be darker, much, much darker. Wait, they dropped the price? What's it like? What was it? What's the price now? The price is like $300, right? Is it 300 or is it 5? Because I'm seeing like mixed things. Somebody's telling me it's 3. Somebody tell me it's 5. What is it? If it's 3 or 5, I don't care. I'm just gonna get both systems anyway. You know what I mean? I need the Xbox anyway because they got Fable coming to the Xbox, so I have to have Fable. So it's 300. It's $300. It's 5. 5. Wow. So you got 2 systems. So I guess the one for 5 is supposed to be much better. I haven't read up anything on the Xbox. I got to go get me a cup of tea and go check out online and see exactly what I'm buying here because I need both systems. I haven't decided what games I wanted to get for the PlayStation 4, but I automatically got Xbox already mapped out. Then when they showed me Fable, the announcement, I wasn't even planning to get an Xbox until I saw the announcement for Fable, and I was like, oh, that's definitely got to happen now. I got to put more money in the savings because I need that. I need Fable. You have to understand. I need Fable. I need it. Come on. Where's the other? The other drops got to come there somewhere. Well, like I said, I'm going to look through it and see which one's going to be suitable for what I need. But I'm going to check them all out. I got to do my research, check them all out. I really don't care about, I hope one comes with a disc and one doesn't come with a disc because I don't need disc because it's for me, it's clutter for me to have disc. And it's not really anything that's going to be a real serious collectible, you know what I mean? You know, it's not going to be real collectible or anything. It'll probably be a collectible, what, in 60 years, but then again, none of us will be here. Well, just make sure they don't basically do us ugly because they do it every time. They always make these announcements at these shows what everything is supposed to be. And then when you get it, it's like a watered down version of what may be coming next. And then they make all these multiple boxes on top of the multiple boxes that they already have. And those upgrades are in there. Like you remember when they came out, they had that 500 gig hard drive. Like, okay, so a lot of people don't understand. They kept saying, oh, the PS4 wasn't going to do a DRM. Yes, they were going to do DRM. Why in the world would you bring out a gaming system with a 500 gig hard drive if you know your games are taking like anywhere from 30 to 40 gigs to download from the door? They were going to do it. They just let Microsoft go first. And when Microsoft fell on their face, they pulled back and said, oh, no, we're not doing that at all. But they had a 500 gig hard drive in there. And freaking, what was it? Titanfall was 40 gigs. So they were going to do it too. They just let Microsoft go first to see what would happen. And when they got the bad backlashing, then they decided to say, oh, we're not doing that at all. So it didn't make any sense. And then later on, it came up with a terabyte hard drive, or you can go and you can swap out your drives and stuff like that. But they were actually on board for that. like I said. But keep in mind with this would be a good time to bring out, well, you can't really bring out online only because you got some people that just don't have good connections, you know what I mean? They just don't have good connections. It's not their fault. Maybe their providers don't have good connections. And that would be wrong because that kind of make it really hard for a lot of people. Yeah, but like I said, some people can't use cloud, and I really am not comfortable with cloud. I'm not comfortable with storing my information up there. I really am not. And I've never stored anything on cloud and never will. I'm just not comfortable with it. I don't want my stuff up there. But I mean, to each his own. It's everybody's got their own reason why they like the cloud. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I understand it's a limited storage space, which would be nice, but look, man, all I gotta do is just bring it out so you can put in interchangeable drives. That'd be nice. Because if they make it so that you can put it, because keep in mind, some of these systems you can basically max out your drive space. Make a system you can't max it out. You can't max out your drive space on PC. You go as high as you freaking want. So if they do this, I'm gonna make myself a tower designed with all hard drives, and I'm going to basically plug that main tower up to my PS5, which means I can put like 20 terabytes. Yeah, I can put a petabyte in there. I can put a petabyte in there. That'd be nice. Who can get their hands on a petabyte? Anyone can get their hands on a petabyte. No, you can't. Only corporation can get their hands on petabytes. As a matter of fact, under my company, I could obtain one. But why? Like, seriously, what kind of games am I playing? Petabyte on there. Gracious. Alright, let's see if we can track down my phone, because my phone is what streams off of here. And I can't find my phone. Can't find it. Yeah, but we'll see. Hold on for a minute. Just trying to track down my phone. I put it somewhere. Let me go check upstairs. It might be upstairs. I gotta have things on my desk upstairs. If I missed that for a minute, I had to go grab my cell phone real quick. I tell you what I'm really excited about. The main reason that made me go into, well, the PlayStation was, okay, yeah, the DRM kind of turned me off. But when DRM came out for Microsoft, I had a PC by then. I was gaming on PC and Steam. But then again, when the parts for my PC became overwhelming, too expensive, I decided to just go with a console. So I went with the PS4 because they had VR, and I wanted VR. I want to go near Ocular Rift because the Ocular Rift doesn't do well by me, and the HCCR doesn't work out for me at all. The best I can do without getting sick in one of those things, and I do like VR a lot, but I can't be in there too long because of the headaches and all, was the PS4. So I play on that probably about twice out of a month. That's how barely I get sick of it. I love the system. So I saw the new VRs that they're going to have for the PS5, which, well, please, for goodness sake, Sony, no cables, no freaking cables. There's so many cables attached to me, I swear. I feel like a test subject for RoboCop. So, great. I got to do my research, and that means I got to go, because I've been ignoring this stuff. I always ignore this stuff to the last minute, and then I read up on it. Oh, we're gonna cloud base this crap. Why? Why? Well, yeah, if you're gonna use solid state drives, of course you're gonna use SSDs, definitely. But I'm saying hard drive isn't hard drive. I'm not using the technical term behind it. I mean, I've never seen basic hard drives on a petabyte. I've never seen. It's all solid state drives in there. They had solid state drives already. You can install into the PS4. You can put solid state drives in there. Actually, with solid state drives on the 360, there was solid state drives in there. But anyway, the only one that had a hard drive, literally had a hard drive, was the original Xbox had a hard drive. I think it was a 10 gig hard drive that was in there. That's all you needed anyway, because that system was only traveling, I said resolution on that system was 480p. That was basically about it. But the graphics looked pretty good, didn't they? Especially when you're playing Dead or Alive. But I'm going to If they have it where, because sometimes with some of these systems, people try to max them out. They'll put like a 5 terabyte hard drive in there, and the system won't read it because it's not going to read anything that high. But they make it where basically that you can basically put like 5 terabytes or 10 terabytes in there. I'm building myself a mini tower. I'm gonna load it with a ton of freaking terabytes, and I'm gonna basically have that main system plugged into my other system. The Xbox, actually no, the original Xbox, the one upstairs, the one with the giant controller, was 480p. It was using a form of compressed for 720p. But that system was 480p. The 720p's didn't even come. The 720p Xboxes were right around when the 360s came out. But the original Xbox, the one with the giant jewel in the middle of the controller was so big that it looked like a mace. That you actually the controller was about that freaking big. That was 480p. There was nowhere near that thing was 720p. Compress, maybe some form of compress, but it wasn't using 720p. 360s weren't even 1080p. Let's see. I need to go back. I have my Xbox system. I have my original system upstairs hooked up to Steel Battalion. Ugh! Man, I didn't mean to do that crap. All right, hold on for a minute. Let me come in here. I need to grab some demonstration really quick because I'm getting off subject here. For the Xbox One, I had the VGA cables. I had the form of they try to say it was HD cables, which actually were blue, red, and green. I had all the cables upstairs. Everything. And keep in mind, those breakout boxes that they had that you can connect in the back, one with the VGA, and then they had the one, basically, the high definition box had the optical output on the back of it. Let's bring up some fish on this. But that's neither here nor there because right now I want to get the VR system. Under the VR system, it's going to be completely wireless, so that's what I definitely want to get. And it's going to be a fan on it, thank God, because if you ever did VR with those, they get pretty hot in there. I feel sorry for anybody who wears glasses and contacts, because man, it gets foggy. I don't know what those bad boys. So I have to have a fan standing in front of me. So we're doing this on 1,000 lumens. We're on 1,000 lumens right now. The only gripe, I like it, it's bright, it's beautiful, but the only gripe I have with it is the color base. The color base I don't like at all, period. Has to be darker than that, much darker than that, because then it fits in those categories that we test against. So we're just going to have to alter that. That'll be changed. It'll take about probably less than an hour to alter and change that one. So I'll give or take probably about, give me about two days. I have to order some new supplies in. But not bad. 1,000 lumens. But I need to see what the black levels are going to look like. That's what I'm concerned. That's what I need to see. What do those black levels look like? See, this is what people, when they develop gray screens, this is what they're supposed to be doing. Bright colors are going to pop up regardless. That's going to happen. You got to look at those black levels. That's what you're looking at. So how dark do those black levels come up on a projector of 1,000 lumens? Keep in mind, the projector behind me isn't having a contrast reading at all. So that's what I need to see. The black levels are very good. fish is not faded, it's not washed out, doesn't have a discoloration to it at all whatsoever. That makes me happy right there. It still has to be a bit darker. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, But other than that, it looks pretty good. Still, I need to see even more. Let's go with OLED. Oh, dude, I'm not challenging your theory at all. Trust me, I respect your opinions. I really do. It's good to have good debates back and forth. I do respect. I'll look it up. If it's 720p, you know what I mean? I'll look it up for myself. And if I'm wrong, you know what I mean? I'll give you my apologies. And this is interesting. The black levels are really good. Impresso. You see how silver this stuff was? Look at the black levels on this. Because if the black levels aren't high enough, that means the color washes out. That's how we know. That is really interesting. The first thing you would notice is reds. Reds don't do well on a screen that can't produce contrast. They come out really faded. Right? Of course, like I said, this is not going to match the eclipse. The platinum clips look like they're black, but this is actually really freaking good. Yeah, we're going to have to be here a while. We're going to have to do some... Look at this. And keep in mind, you're going to have some streak marks in there. I painted a milky formula with a roller, okay? So, yeah. It's supposed to be sprayed on. So we got to do two of these. They got to do a spray on application and do a roll on application. Yeah, so if I did this with the 4000, it definitely would have been cheating. It would have been cheating. I don't know what I was thinking when I grabbed that projector. That was a bad idea. Should have went with the lower one. I should have went with the 1000, which I'm glad I did go with the 1000 lumens, because if I had did this on the big boy over here, that would have been cheating big time. It's a 4000 lumen projector. Of course, it's gonna look incredible. Had to be done with something a little bit lower. Now that is really, really good. I'd say I know what I gotta alter just a little bit, and it's done. Just something really tiny that needs to be altered. Oh yeah, wow. Are you freaking kidding me? That is beautiful. Your contrast on here is really good. I'm really, really happy with this. I'm gonna have to just alter Just a little bit, but other than that, look how bright and beautiful that is. That is good, and the contrast is really good. It's not faded, no washed out around the edges. I'm looking around the edges of the screen. I don't look at the center of the screen, I'm looking at the edges. The edges is what I'm looking at. Because if a screen can't pick up contrast, it goes tan around the edges. And there's things I'm looking at in here that I need to see. Because you see when I poured that chemical out, there's a black substance. I can't tell you what that is moving throughout the silver. So it's kind of like you're seeing a blend of... It's kind of interesting. I can't really tell you how that's done. Look how beautiful the reds are. Woohoo! Yes! Beautiful deep reds. That's what I look for. They can't come out faded. How deep the chocolate looks. Chocolate, look at the reds and the chocolate. Look at the silver. We only need 1,000 lumens, people. What happens if I hit one of this with the big boy projectors? Oh my goodness, if I slam the screen with that 5,000 lumen Christie, you have any idea what the colors are gonna look like on this thing? Oh, it's gonna be insane. First, I have to give my thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for the amazing idea. Thank you so much. We might not have to alter anything in it. I might just leave it the way it is. This will be the first actually somewhat silver technology that we developed that can pull a contrast level, an amazing contrast level. Wow. Oh, I've got to go side by side to that freaking, whatchamacallit on the screen. That, the Dark Star 9. So calm down, Mr. Bird. You're getting a little too excited over there. Just want to see a flaw. What's a flaw? Need to see a flaw. So we're talking about an SVGA projector, 600 by 800 res, 720p at 1,000 lumens. And how far does our projector sit back? Well, let me show you. There we go. That's how far the projector sits back. So at distance throw at 1,000 lumens, and all this ambient light in the environment, it's not 1,000 lumens by the time it makes contact with the screen. It's probably far less than that. We're probably somewhere between 5, maybe 6. Oh. Now when we start marketing this, oh yes, gotta start making labels for this one. We don't even have a name for it. I got one in my head already. Not even gonna tell you what it is. It's perfect for it. It's going to throw a lot of people off guard. Like, wait a minute. When did they start developing? Wait, what? They have a silver. What? Yes. I still 100%, bar none, like I said, am behind black technology. I will always be. I'm a contrast junkie. I'm always going to be with the black screens. I love contrast. It's what I love. The contrast on here is extremely good. But we won't know until we take it outside, because inside right now is too easy for us. We need to take it outside. It needs to be outside. Oh man, I'm really happy with that. I gotta see that
The OLED demonstration with the horse. Now that really shows us some really good contrast right there.
All right, that's too easy. Let's go put something a little harder. Background's coming up black. Not as black as a black screen, but it's coming up pretty good for a screen that caliber. I was kind of worried at first, like, well, it's a little too light. This might not go well. That's the idea from God. It's always going to go well. All right, so let me write down the ingredients on how this was altered and changed. So I got a memory of that one, how to design this one. I'm just paying all the contrast demonstrations. I have to see this. This is what I was telling you. When you watch those demonstrations on people who do like great screen paints, the first thing they do is they do bright colors. That's not good. The screen automatically is going to produce bright colors. You got to go with the contrast. You have to see how that screen is going to react under contrast. If this screen started showing some kind of tan or kind of tannish to the black, or basically the reds were washed out, blues were washed out, then that means it's crap. It's garbage. I can't go near it with a 10-foot pole. But it's maintaining blues. Look at the reds. It's maintaining with no problem. Let's go in and get, let me see, there's another one called Quantum. Quantum is extremely dark. Look how bright the yellows are and the black. Oh, yes, this is good. This is good. And you gotta pick a crappy projector to do it on. Oh, this is beautiful. We're gonna get these commercials. I just got to the point to stop fighting. We're gonna go roll. All right, I'm gonna reconsider the price on this. We're gonna keep it reasonable. It's just that we're going to make it different for the companies. Any companies who want to buy this, we have to put a minimum on you, where basically you can only buy a certain quantity. But other than that, for the customers, we have to make this for the customers. This is beautiful. Now, for those you're asking, like, would you paint this on my screens? No, I told you, I'm a contrast junkie. I like the black technology. That's where I fall on this. On any technology I develop, I will always lean toward black technology. That's what I like. This is quite impressive, because I was kind of worried because on how it had a kind of a silvery texture to them, like, all right, but then again, you saw that kind of, that black technology pushing back and forth through it. It's all reacting at the same time. It's pulling contrast when it needs to pull contrast. It's pulling bright level when it needs to pull bright levels. It is working out fantastic. None of the blues are faded. Nothing's faded on the screen. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm as giddy as a schoolgirl with a new dress, and that's a whole lot of giddy. God is amazing. I'm telling you, God is amazing. The things He can show you how to build and design. Oh wow! I'm happy with this. I'm so happy with it. We gotta come up with a name. It's gotta be interesting, because the screen is going to be different from anything we ever developed. So it has to have it. It's going to have black in there because it has black technology embedded in it, as you can see.
So let me see. Day's Thursday. By the time I put the final, I don't have to change it. There's nothing on I have to change. Literally, I thought I would have to darken it a bit, but there's nothing I have to change on it. It's it's pulling those contrast levels like crazy. It's nothing to be changed. It's perfect. Oh, we got to see Tron on this. I'm about to paint a bigger screen. I got to order me a screen. I'm ordering me a fixed screen for this. All right. Let's go pull up. Oh, we got to do this right here. We got to do this one. I got to get sound for this too. This thing has an amazing soundtrack. I need a sound bar. Sorry, just writing down the ingredients. I can't show you. Sorry. Make sure I don't forget it. Alright, I need a sound bar. Where are my sound bars over there? Alright, this is the sound bar. Where's my sound bar? Okay. Yeah. This is my mornings, people. Me up in the morning. I don't test stuff every morning, but this just came to an idea. We had this technology, we just never launched it. So it's actually a smoke 10. This is a smoke 10. The smoke was supposed to be developed for a form of wallpaper projection screen surface, but the surface we couldn't get anymore due to COVID. We couldn't obtain it anymore. So I went downstairs, I got the original formula and converted it to something even more advanced than what it was. Since now we've already embedded 12 technology, we can go higher than 12. This is actually going to be a little higher than 12. But like I said, I won't get a chance to give it that label until we can see it outside. And I need to see it with a direct hit from sunlight. In order to do the direct hit from sunlight, this stuff is designed to be front and rear technology. So light can transfer through it if it's applied to plexiglass. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to put up a piece of plexiglass, put it up in the window, put a projector on the other end, and see if we can see an image on the other side with light and sunlight hitting the side of the glass. We did it already. I'll show you the test demonstrations on the 10 when it was at its 50. It was only at 50% done. It was taking direct hits from sunlight. All right, let me see. Now, when we do the direct hit from sunlight, what we do is we put, like I said, put on plexiglass. So light is filtering through the screen while the projector is pushing through the light and filtering through the screen, pushing an image on the opposite side. People say, but that's sheer madness. Oh, yes it is. It's definitely sheer madness. But it's fun madness. It's definitely fun madness. Yes, it is. All right. I gotta do that beat. I love the soundtrack for this. Is freaking amazing, but I gotta adjust it over here because we're a little too loud. Yeah, I know. And the description said nothing about a test demonstration. This just came out of random nowhere. So for those of you that are curious what I'm displaying, this is new technology. We've had it already, like I said. But we couldn't make it because the surface that this stuff was supposed to be applied to became obsolete because of COVID. And I was talking to a customer today, and they were asking us, do we have a technology that can take a direct hit from sunlight? We said we do have one, but we just dropped it due to the fact that we couldn't get the surface. We said, well, why don't you just make it a formula so other people can use it? And here we are. So now we're at 12, way beyond what the 10 would do, because at the time, our highest formula was 8 and 9. And now we have 12 technology. Some of 12 is embedded in here, but there's something else embedded in it too. And it's much higher than 12. But like I said, this stuff was designed to be a little different. I just rolled it on. It's not meant to be rolled, it's a spray-on application. And the projector we're using, we're getting the colors off, is my Sony 1000 lumen projector, 720p SVGA, 600 by 800 res. That's what's producing off this technology. Now I know I got people saying that, okay, are you going to repaint? No, I'm not repainting my screens. Like I said, I'm a contrast junkie. I like black screens. That looks freaking amazing. I'm just saying, I'm just loving the fact that these contrast levels are still there.
Fritos. Here's to the moment.
Have to be to see those contrast levels. I need that LG demonstration. Sounds like garbage coming out of this projector. I think it's an old projector. There's certain things I'm looking for. It's pulling the black levels. You wouldn't believe the color of the screen. But like I said, and whatever we design, I'm always going to say it over and over again. Nothing will pull black level like a black screen. That's just how it is. It's a black screen. I don't know where people get that idea from. Like, but wait, can I? No, it's a black screen. No. That's it. Unless you find something blacker than black. That's the only way you're going to be able to actually perform that black screen. But they all perform contrast. Okay, my white screen pulls perfect contrast. No. 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 I'll go stand in the corner. I need to do this one right here. We need to get this one. This will give me exactly what I need to see too also. Okay, that's good. Let's get some brighter colors. See what the colors, more color pop. Ooh. Now, for someone who said that you have to have a 4K or 1080p projector in order for you to get a better image, voila, my friend. 720p 1000 lumen SVGA 600 by 800 res projector that was manufactured in 1999. Price tag for the projector $75. So this technology is going to be basically, we're going to basically market it as a front and rear technology because that's what's designed for front and rear. You can do rear projection with this technology. It does have to be sprayed on. Sorry, can't roll this on. What else? It will be designed also too for low entry level projectors. So if you have a low entry level projector, this stuff is going to work fantastic on it. Please, no knockoffs. We're not supporting those. Not supporting the knockoffs. Oh, we'll have to run that knockoff projector on here because I'm curious to see what will happen. We'll do that at a later time. That's good. I'm not interested in the bright colors. I need something darker. That's what I need to see. Skin tones are absolutely amazing. That's good. So this is the first time he actually showing this off, so you're all seeing this for the first time. We're all seeing this for the first time. Now, we just did this on the 1,000 lumen projector. If my 5,000 lumen Christie comes in today, we're going to go overdrive and we're going to hit it with the 5,000. So imagine how crazy that's going to look. Look at the contrast levels, are extremely good. I was kind of doubting the contrast levels at first, but actually they're really freaking good. All right, let's grab this one right here. I'm curious about this one too. Well, that's going to pop up. We're going to get those. Try to keep it neutral. Let me go back a bit on that. I want to see those black levels. Oh, that's really good. All right, people. I got to start working on a label. Looks like we have something coming out next week. Now, like I said, this is front and rear technology, which means you can coat this on front projection if you choose to, and you can coat this on plexiglass, pretty much anything that's transparent. Wait till I show you the color of it. It's gonna blow your socks off if you haven't seen it already. Kind of shocked me a little bit here too. Well, this is gonna rattle somebody's bird cage today. It's gonna rattle it good. And he got what? Wait. I thought they weren't developing. Oh, yeah, it happened. It definitely happened. And from now on, I should be changing that. No longer I will be saying that my kung fu is good. I should be saying God's kung fu is good. Because he's the one that gives me the ability to design this stuff. This was upgraded in 2 hours. Took 2 hours to basically come up with a upgrade version. It's a little bit past 12. But like I said, contrast level wise, it'll never match the 12. Never. Not on any other, it won't do it. Still, didn't think. Cause I'm looking at it like, wait a minute, this is not gonna work. It is way too freaking. It's not gonna work. And it worked. It worked. I never should doubt God on that one. He gave me the ingredients how to make it. I just make it and keep my mouth shut. We're gonna get those commercials. Just deal with them. Can't skip them. Yeah, that is really good. Let me get you a little closer because you're not close enough to see that. And that's coming off a 1,000 lumen projector in 720p. This is the one I was looking to see. I got to see the contrast on this horse. This is what I need to see. Wow. All right. I'm impressed. That's what I need to see. I need to see that black level off that horse. I'm quite impressed. No tan lines, no discoloration. It doesn't look gray. It looks absolutely black. Reds are reds. Deep blues, deep blues. Nice deep blues. There's the reds. Give me the blues, and you see the blues. Blue, blue, blues. That's good, nice, good contrast. Oh, yes, that's what I wanted. The blues. Perfect, 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 perfect. So I know it's going to produce bright colors. It's definitely going to give it that, but it's what kind of bright color I'm going to get. Am I going to get a faded bright color, or am I going to get me a real deep blue or a deep green? That's what I need. I'm happy. This is good. This is really, really good. It worked out better than I thought. Ugh. Yes. This changes the silver game. It does. It actually changes the silver game. We got a silver screen now that can produce black contrast. Well, kind of silverish. It's weird looking. This would put every gray screen to obsolete. Easily. Easily. This is the Widowmaker for a gray screen. Literally, it is. and it's front and rear technology. Keep in mind that it's front and rear. So you can use this for rear projection screens if you want. Oh, this is going to be good. And I got a guy overseas that when he sees this, he's going to want 80 to 90 gallons of this stuff. He's going to want a lot of it. Oh yeah, this stuff is going to go pretty fast. Now resources on developing it, easy. We can make tons of this, tons of it. We have access to a ton of resources to make as much as we want. Let's do another one. Of course, we got to do the Starfield. Starfield, we have to do that. That definitely has to be pulled up too. Wow. Look at that. Look at the contrast. Look at the black levels. Now I got to do a pre-recorded version of this just in case if the Wi-Fi version or the stream version looks kind of crappy. So I'm going to have to do another version of this. So I'll be back on later on today to do the pre-recorded. But that, it looks absolutely amazing. It's doing everything it's supposed to do. Yes. Well, all I can say is, you gray screens out there, this is now your Widowmaker. This thing is amazing. You got to think, you're not even seeing this in real life. This is amazing. And I'm not even hitting it with the high-end projector. We're using the Pico projector on this technology. Look at that little thing. That's what we're using. Look how far we're back from our screen. Do you have any idea what this technology would look like if we hit this with anything higher than we have on the floor right now? Any one of the Christies would make this thing look absolutely insane. 1080p, this is not even a 1080p projector, it's 720p. 4K on this technology? Yeah. This is a Widowmaker for any gray screen out there on the market. No calibration, no nothing. Well, you got one less to step into your field. We're in your field now. We are definitely in your backyard. And their technology isn't rear. This is rear protection. This is rear projection technology too. Now we have a technology not only will be ultra, I know it's ultra short though compatible. The way we build this stuff is they're always ultra short though compatible. So we got ultra short though compatible front and rear technology. It's definitely weatherproof, and the technology I dropped in this stuff is definitely weatherproof. It'll take its punishment and keep on coming. Yes! Dun, dun, dun. I should call it the Widowmaker. No, but that's wrong. Crow Boys, where you at? You gotta come in here and see this. Come on, man. I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything. Please come on in. I'm inviting you to the room. I want you to see this. I want you to see this screen. Wait till you see the color of it. And those you haven't seen the color of what this stuff looks like, wait till you see the color of it. It's gonna blow your socks off. It even baffled me. And I tell you why it baffled me, because I was looking at it. You can hear me on camera saying, I don't know, man. It's too it's like against every screen we don't support, because we don't support gray screens. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's not gonna pull those contrast levels. I got a funny feeling I have to go in and alter this stuff to make it darker so I can get that contrast. And it pulled contrast. So it even shocked me, because I didn't think it was going to be able to do it. I was like, nah, that's why I did all contrast demonstrations on here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is Starfield. Oh yeah. Wow. My neighbor's like, why is the neighbor outside doing the running man in the rain and doing freaking Super Bowl freaking touchdown? Yeah, that's what I feel about doing right now. This baffled everything oh wow. I didn't think it was going to be possible. Like I was going to make it darker or whatever, so and so and so and so. But then again, it lets you know, like anything you put your mind to about money, you know what I mean? If kind of with God, and when He tells you what to do, you know what I mean? You can pretty much design all kinds of cool stuff. But I think that was going to work. Amazing. Oh man, I'm happy with this. Let's bring up Tron. I'm gonna look at Tron. Let's bring up a movie demonstration. Tron Legacies. Let's pull that up on here. We gotta see what that looks like. We gotta see what Tron looks like on here. Look at the commercials. Look at this. That's the guy from The Office. Oh, people, we got it. We got a silver screen that can produce black contrast. Is that insane or what? Even baffles me. Tell you guys, it's amazing. So this screen right here, pretty much we've covered everything now. So now we have a screen that can challenge any gray screen out there on the market, because we can produce black contrast. And I'm baffled by it, because I still can't believe it's actually doing it. Now, like I said, will it be able to match a 12? No, never. 12 is the only technology that produces 100% contrast. The only. But for a screen of this caliber, and like I said, if you will go back and watch the playback, you will see me say in that count, I don't know about this. It's not going to pull that contrast. The only thing I don't like about it is the colors bother me. I had to write that ingredients down real fast before I forgot this one. Yeah, that is very impressive. Okay. Let me see. Let's see if we can find something. I'm very happy with it. Let's have some fun with this really. Yeah. Okay. I never know what I'm gonna do in the morning. This is what's interesting. I told you my mornings are kind of crazy. I get up and basically straighten up the house, and I was talking about this technology and talking about some other stuff. So none of my videos when I do streams are pretty much rehearsed. It's just I just go with the flow. And I wasn't planning to show you this at all, but I felt like when I brought it upstairs and I started moving around, like in my mind, like, what would this look like? Like, I'm curious now. And I was thinking about waiting until the 5,000 Christie came in, but then I was thinking like, nah, I'm going to basically hit this with the 4,000 lumen. But then if I did the 4,000 lumen, I would have to have it right on top of the screen in order for it to fit the screen somewhat, so you can see the image. And I said, nah, it's going to be cheating, because if I do that on 4,000 lumens and I got it that close, that's cheating. That's not basically showing a press-up demonstration. So the hardest thing would be to do is to get the 1,000 lumen. But now I'm thinking I'm going to have to go upstairs and get the 800 lumen projector and do a demonstration too, an 800 too. Oh, man. So this is going to basically change a lot of things, as in if some people just want a more of a lighter screen, but they also, it's not that light, trust me. They want a lighter screen, but it's lighter compared to what we design. It's considered to be light compared to what we develop over here. We develop very dark screens, so compared to what we develop, it's considered light to us. But it just changes a lot of things, and on top of that, because it produces well, our screens produce well anyway on low lumen projectors anyway, but this kind of changes things a lot, because like I said, on top of that, it's rear technology. So if you want to do rear projection, you can do it with this technology really freaking easy. This has a lot of options in there, people. We have a lot of options in there, a lot of options. So I'm curious now that we have a screen now that's right in the backyard of a lot of these great screens now. And it's producing contrast, beautiful bright colors. And we're not even doing this on an expensive projector. We're doing this on a portable Sony projector. And we're producing this image. We're probably about 8 feet back from the screen in a fully lit environment. What would the Crow Boys say about this? There's really nothing they can say. Look at that. Look at that image. Look at that, man. Look at that. You see how beautiful that looks? Look at the projector I'm using, Crow Boys. 720p SVGA projector. Look at that. Relic, old, manufactured 1999. Someone fell over there. Look how far back we sit from the screen. I told you, when you watch a demonstration, you should be able to see all the corners in the demonstration. None of the corners should be dark. You should be able to see all your corners. Can't see those corners, that environment's too dark. I bet you I made a few people dizzy on that one. Sorry about that. So now that we have a screen that sits right in your backyard, now what? And it's rear projection on top of that, which we'll be doing that demonstration. I got to order the plexiglass for it. So this is the first demonstration. Showing this off. I'm not trying to be mean to the Crow Boys. It's just they never come in. I invite them in, and they just never come in. Well, some of them come in. I haven't seen them lately. The next video we're going to do, I'm going to post Crow Boys Welcome. I'm going to post it so you guys come in. You're welcome to come in. I want you to see this screen being hit with a 5,000 lumen Chrissy. And then we'll break it down and bring it. Now first we'll start it off with the 800 Mitsubishi. And then we'll bring it to the 900 ViewSonic, 1000 lumens Sony, all 720p's. Then we'll bring in the 5000. We'll blow it over with that 5000 Chrissy. Now, the only difference between this technology and the others, this has to be sprayed on, like I said, because it's designed, it was mainly designed for rear projection. But I did a roll on just out of kicks and giggles to see if it would apply to front, and it works on front perfectly, as you can see. So you got two options. You want to do rear, you can do rear. If you want to do front, you can do front. But we'll do that demonstration. I got to go pick some plexiglass so we can do that demonstration also, because you need to see both. Now keep in mind, the more applications you put on it with the plexiglass, the darker it gets. It does have the ability to basically block anything. You can't see right through it, and images on the other end. Like I said, when you projector pushes through it, you won't get into the lamp glare or anything from the projector that'll be hitting you in the face. Now we'll probably make it a $20 difference from the other screen paint. Maybe $20 more than the other screen paint, because like I said, it's a little different. This is front and rear technology. So it's like buying two screens at the same time. You have an option. You want to do plexiglass, you can make it rear, you can make it front and rear. It's up to you. And we're also too going to market this toward also low lumen projectors. So those of you who got those LG short though, ultra short though projectors, which people have been asking me about, those are like 1,000 or 1,500 lumen projectors. It's going to work fantastic on this technology. I've seen some of the high-end big boy projectors that only have 1,000 lumens or 900. Some of the Sony Bravo bigger projectors have that. They have a 900 lumen projector. They have a 1,000. Concerned about that? This technology will allow you to be able to do it. But look at the contrast levels on that. Now I know I have one person gripe, well, that's too expensive. Or I can just sell the technology to another company and they can basically code onto a screen and charge you $6 grand. Man, I tell you, I banned a few people, boy. I feel sorry for them right now. They're looking at this stuff and thinking, oh, shoot, they can never buy from us. You get a ban from our company, you can never, ever buy from. We won't sell to you. I don't care how much money you put on the table. We don't sell to you. You got to do something really, really stupid to get banned. I mean, really, really, really stupid. I mean, they're not banning for arguments and stuff like that, because that happens. That's customer service. We have little disagreements and stuff that happens. I'm talking about somebody doing something really, really, really dumb. Got banned. Got people got banned from our company. They can never buy from us ever again. And they see demonstrations like this being produced on a 720p projector at $75. They can't go near it. They can't have it. Somebody did this demonstration on 4K. Big deal. This is 720p. Look at that image. So I think with most screens out there charging you $4,000 and $5,000, and this technology right here is still going to be at a price where everybody can afford it. So which sounds better to you, 4 or 5 grand, or basically the prices that we charge? You have to have an overpriced projector to do it. Should have painted a bigger screen. I'm gonna have to get make some more of this. I gotta make some more of this because I need a bigger screen. I'm not just gonna buy. I need to buy a screen. I need to buy an 80-inch screen. That's what I need. An 80-inch screen, fixed frame screen, and coat it with this technology. And that's what I'm gonna do. Now see, this is what I'm looking for. Look at the black levels. Black levels have to be black, because that's what causes the color to pop. The more contrast the screen can pull in, the higher the greens pop, the reds pop. That's what I'm looking for when I'm looking at this. Those greens come out too washed out, too faded, it's not gonna look right. See how I move my projector over to the side to the white wall? See the difference? Gotta be able to have them colors have to pop. That's what I'm hunting for. That's what I'm looking for. It's the first time I'm displaying this technology. First time. And we had it already. It's nothing new. We had it. It just was upgraded today. This is the smoke. That smoke technology I showed, that screen can take direct hits from sunlight. This is the smoke technology. It was a 10. Just advanced it about a couple hours ago to make it even more better than what it was. That is, yep, that's what we're looking for. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And the red's got to be bright. And watch me throw my projector to the side. Can't even pick up the black level. Can you look how dark that black level is? Now I've seen somebody do this black level. They were in a completely dark environment when they did this demonstration. That's the only way that screen was going to pull up that black level. That's not how you do it. And they did it with a projector that was way over 1,000 lumens. It's supposed to be in a well-lit environment when you show off black contrast. Can't be in the dark showing off black contrast. You need for that screen to see that screen's going to fade and wash out. And it's impressive. My God, I'm happy with this. I'm happy, people. Yes, I'm happy with this. I'm hungry. I gotta get something. I'm really hungry. Look at that. If I told you right now I was using a 1080p projector, you would believe me. If I told you right now I got a 1080p projector I'm using right now, you would believe me. Not knowing we're doing all this in 720p. All right, people, so let's show you what the screen looks like. Because now we're all curious, like, okay,
So what did he make? Kind of shocked, aren't you? That's a gray screen. Very good. One of the lightest gray screens we ever made, because everything I make over here is dark. The Platinum Eclipse is so dark it looks black. Look how light gray that screen is, right there. Would you ever believe that something like that pulled that contrast level, bright, beautiful colors, and made that projector, a 720p 1000 lumen pico projector, look like on this technology? Yep, well, guess what? I decided I'm getting tired of all these gray projection screens thinking that they're this, that, and the other. We're jumping in your backyard now. This technology is your Widowmaker. And it's front and rear technology. It's front and rear. So you can coat this on plexiglass, you can punch an image and watch right out the other side if you want. And it's gray. That's easy. That's a freaking, that's a bright level. There's no challenge there. There's no challenge there. Any challenge. I think I hear a truck parked out front. I'm gonna check on that for a minute, see if my projector got here. Yeah, we can pull black contrast level. We don't get those. Don't worry, they're gonna pop in, pop out. So people understand, without that contrast level, the darker the contrast, the better the color pop. We did that demonstration already. Now, if you notice, if you look at the screen head on, doesn't it look black? Look, it's a little black, right? It looks like a dark gray, but it's not. It's actually a lighter gray. Look at the color pop. He's gone stark raving mad. How is that possible? How does he make a screen that looks like it's gray, but it looks like it actually has deep, dark contrasts? I'm sorry, I'm bugging out. It's in the morning. I haven't eaten anything all day, and I'm starving, and right now my brain is like, gotta eat. Look at the black levels. That's one of the things people don't see when you look at these demonstrations. See where the horse is standing? Look at the background around the horse. The background around the horse is actually blacker than the horse itself, if you look at it. It has to show shades of dark black. So that's what I'm looking at when I'm looking at the screen. Most people look at the screen, they're just looking at the contrast levels. I see something different than what y'all see. See, the background has to be jet black. Usually when you're dealing with a screen that can't produce contrast, the background becomes faded. The horse itself, the image is a bit of a lighter gray where the background becomes faded. It just the black levels aren't there. You can't see it. It's like a lighter gray versus a lighter gray. See it now? You gotta look at the background and you gotta look at the image at the same time. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. You have to be to see that.
I'm not worrying about color. Color isn't something that I'm worried about. I know the screen's going to produce color because it's a lighter screen. My concern is more contrast. That's what I'm hunting for. There we go, people. This is what makes me happy. Bright colors are easy. That's the easy part. See how deep the reds are? You have to have contrast to pull red that deep. Not in this kind of lighting. Now keep in mind, someone said, well, I can pull the same contrast. Yeah, if you're sitting in the dark with a high power projector, of course you can do the same thing. Not on 1,000 lumens, 8 feet back in a fully lit environment, you won't. With that 600 by 800 res. I know I keep telling you that, but this is a 600 by 800 res SVGA projector we're using. There's no 4K, no 1080p, none of that. No high advanced projector at all. So we're going to be marketing this toward low projectors. You can hit this with a high projector if you want. But those of you who have those 900 lumen projectors, 800 lumen projector, 800, 900, you know, we got a projector here that's 600, so we can test it on that one too. So it'll give us an idea how low we can go on it. But it gives you some hope, because now you can look at this on this 1,000 lumen Sony projector I have sitting behind me. I'm pretty sure your projector is much more advanced than what I'm using right now in the demonstration. So that's why you can relate to this demonstration a lot better, because it's just telling you that you don't have to buy you have to have expensive projector. And if some of you did spend the money for expensive projectors, you might want to get that receipt. Because maybe you can take that extra money and put it into something else. Yeah, we did Tron already. Contrast on Tron came out pretty good. I'm not worried about white levels. White levels on here are going to be brilliant. I'm much more for the contrast. I probably got a ton of hate on this video. I know I do. Cool boys are not going to like this video. This is going to, anyone who designs a gray screen, this is going to rattle their backyard. What they rattle their bird cage? Yeah, this is going to rattle their bird cage. I know I got a lot of hate on this one. I can't wait to see how much I got on this one, because this is definitely going to rattle it. He did what? What did he do? A gray screen? I thought he didn't develop gray screens. No, he doesn't develop gray screens. He was just in messing around and basically blah, 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 blah. It was supposed to be an upgrade for a 10, and then it came out to be this, that, and the other. Like, are you freaking kidding me? It pulled contrast? Yeah, it pulls contrast. It pulls amazing contrast. Oh, yeah, sorry. This is early in the morning. This is early in the morning. We're still in the morning, right? We're still early? Yeah. So, yeah, this is me. I'm telling you, this is me in the morning. Mine is without the camera, so imagine you just hear me downstairs. It's bugging out. This is me in the morning. Gotta have fun. Gotta have fun. And it's going to be reasonable, so everybody can afford it. Reasonable. So you can say, gee, do I want a rear projection screen? You can have one. Yes, you can. If you want a rear projection screen, you can have one. We're going to do that demonstration soon. Just got to get the plexi in here for that. I mean, people on eBay getting old cheap projectors now. Shoot, you take that extra money. Shoot, if you spend $500, you can get the screen to look insanely on a $500 projector. You take that money and go buy yourself a popcorn machine, maybe a cotton candy machine, hot dog roaster, new speakers, maybe some movie chairs. That'd be real nice. That's the whole purpose when we develop this technology. The whole purpose is to be able to design good technology. No cheap nonsense mixes and all that crap. No, to develop really good technology that you don't have to have an expensive overpriced projector to pick up the rest of the weight because your screen can't handle it. None of that nonsense. You can use them in fully lit environments. No more sitting in the dark trying to figure out exactly where the coffee table is at so you don't bang your knees on it. None of that nonsense, you know what I mean? You can paint it on anything you want. Go buy a cheap screen, styrofoam, cardboard, whatever you want. Design your screen out of it. You think outside the box. You design and create your own theater screen the way you want to. Heck, the technology we got, we could paint this stuff to the ceiling, which you just did last night. Now I've got abstract art that I can display on my ceiling, or I can basically use any of those projectors over there without spending thousands of dollars as somebody rip out my ceiling for optic fiber lighting. There's just so many ways you can use this technology that you have now. I mean, that's the whole purpose of it. And you got these other companies out here that are charging like $4,000 and $5,000 for a screen, like $5,000 for a 100-inch screen. Literally, that is my that's probably about my rent about 3 times. I pay $1,700 to live here, so yeah, that's crazy that you're paying $5,000 for a screen. And you know they're not gonna sit there and say, well, hey, guess what? Can't use the 720p on it. No. And you probably couldn't. They probably wouldn't even recommend you use a 1080p. They probably recommend you like a 4K projector. Probably cost you another $3,000. That's $8,000 for a setup. You haven't even got your speakers yet, or your movie chairs. That's a freaking that's a sad shame right there. Ugh. I'm gonna build me a system under $500. That's what I'm gonna build me a theater system under $500. Shoot, $5,000. You pay your bills. Pay some of them bills. A little money in your rent. That's crazy. I think that's absolutely crazy. $5,000. You ain't taking it outside, and it definitely ain't gonna be off the short-throw compatible. So you can forget about that. You probably have to have a special screen for that one. So that's definitely gonna be a no-no. And if you're stuck with 100 inches, and you're stuck with 100, you're gonna pay for the 100 inches. I mean, 1/4 of this up paints up to like a 126-inch screen. So if it costs you $5,000 for a 100-inch screen, what do you think it would cost you for a 120-inch? About 10, 15 grand? Because I know for a fact that the DMP Supernova, the Affinity and Blade, if you want that at 180 inches, and I said this before, it's going to cost you $18,000. $18,000. You literally just paid for a car. Not an expensive car, but you paid for a car. And like I said, any of those demonstrations, you're not going to see them use this projector. You name one projector that you've ever seen any company use a projector I'm using in this demonstration right now. No, they're going to use the most high-power projector they can possibly get their hands on, because the projector is going to be doing all the work. In this demonstration, you can watch the screen do all the work. No calibration. None of that nonsense. Just turn your projector on and boom! That's what you got. All our technology does the same thing. You watched it on the 7, you watched it on the 9, and you watch me do demonstrations on the Platinum Eclipse. You don't have to have an expensive projector to do it. I'm a little tired. Are we done on this video? Or are we still going? I don't know, it's playing. Oh, there we are. That's the Sony contrast demonstration right there. So there's the screen displaying its black contrast capabilities, white contrast capabilities. Blah, 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 blah. I'm tired, people. When I get done unwinding, I'm a little bit tired. So what time do we have? We are at 9:07 right now. How's that screen gray? I swear, one time I keep the door open back there because I like to see the mail people coming to drop off my packages and make sure I get my packages. And I'm over here talking on the camera, but they don't see the camera. They just see me on my knees talking, but they don't see the camera. And the woman was like, "You all right in there?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's a camera right here. I'm doing a live stream. I'm not crazy. I can just let you know." Oh, this is gonna blow your socks off. Yeah, you're gonna like this demonstration. Look how beautiful. Look at the greens. Look how the greens pop. That's why I said this is why screen. As you're doing the screens are producing good contrast. Them colors are like eye candy. Would you like to take a bite out of the screen? Would you? I'm excited. I'm telling you. Yeah. Well, goes to show. Wanted to talk about black technology, this, that, and the other. Black technology is still superior, but if you want me to design something in your backyard, I will. And here we have. Bum, 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 bum. Got to think of a name for it. I got to come up with a name for it. I don't know what the name. We're gonna have a cool name for it, but I'll think of something. I'm designing the labels today because this has to be launched. This has to be launched. This is absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna make this for companies only, but no, this is gonna be for customers too. Because on the camera, it's like I said, I don't know how this is looking for you because like I said, I'm running this off stream, so I'm gonna have to do a version of this in live, not live, but pre-recorded so you can get a little better look at it. But oh my goodness, on my end, whew, it is freaking amazing. All right, I'm gonna pause it here. And I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Probably around, I should be done with all of this, with all the other projects I got strapped on with this. I should be done somewhere around, let me see when we get a launch date for this. I say next Thursday. We'll start the launch date for this next Thursday. So we got to think of a name for it. It's going to be front and rear technology. It's going to be working. We got to change specification sheets. Are going to have to be done. Pretty interesting because it does work with low level projectors. And then when the Christie gets here, or probably tomorrow, I'll order whatever I need to finish because there's a special base coat for this. I'll order that tomorrow. I'll get a gallon of it. We'll make a bigger screen. I got to order another screen for this because I need to do a fixed frame screen. I want to do something pretty cool with LED lights on the back of it for this particular technology. And we'll hit that with the 800 Mitsubishi, 900 ViewSonic, 1000 lumens Sony projector, and then we'll top it off with the big boy projector. We'll hit that with that 5000 lumen Christie projector. Oh yeah, it's going to look insane. So yes, now we have gray screen technology that produces contrast. Because if it didn't, this stuff would be in the trash. It really would. But I'm happy with it. Wow, sun's coming out. Mr. Sun, Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, he's coming out and playing. Shake the clouds away. got some packages in. I'm gonna let y'all watch this a little bit. I'm gonna do something really quick so y'all can check this out for a little bit. I'm gonna just run for a bit. Check that out.
Oh yeah. We got here extension cords and that. This has got the right there. Hands. Everything down. So that's gonna be out of date. I can start working on the casting protection screen outside. This is amazing. That's done. Oh, we forgot. We gotta put a. We were actually missing one of the ingredients. One of the ingredients is missing. It was. I should put that right down. Let's see. That's the last one you need to finish. All right, that's good.
With the contrast level, that is really good. There's no tannish. That's what I'm looking for. Any kind of tan around the screen, and the colors have to pop. If the colors don't pop, that means the contrast level's not high enough. Okay, people. Well, looks like we have great technology now, huh? Great technology that can produce an image very close to a black screen.
Okay, so let me get cracking. I gotta make some phone calls real quick. So that's part of my video I can't show you because of business calls. That's all interesting because I wasn't planning to do that demonstration today. I really wasn't planning to do it. And I'm kind of glad I did show it off because, huh, we got a great screen now that pretty much, like I said, I wouldn't go near a great screen because, like I said, it would never be to produce a decent contrast level. But this stuff right here, contrast on the screen is freaking amazing. And at that reason, it's a Pico 1000 lumen projector, and we're producing this in all this ambient light environment. Oh yeah, this is pretty much the Widowmaker to anyone who makes a great screen paint out there or great projection screen. This is going to be a nightmare for you. I'm not trying to brag, but that screen is insane. And we're not even using high-end projectors on this yet. So that just gives you something to think about. Those of you who have those low lumen projectors, and I get those emails from you from time to time, you may be a little shy going near the black screen because your lumens may be too low. And maybe some people shy away from the platinums because the platinum eclipses a very dark gray screen. They probably lean more to the 9. But 9 screens produce higher color, good white levels, but the contrast levels are fair. This one right here, pretty much would category with those people who have those projectors that just want that gray screen, but they want that contrast to go with it. And this stuff doesn't. On top of that, it's rear technology, so that means you can basically coat it on plexiglass and you can do rear projection. And since it has some of the characteristics of 12 in it, it's already ultra short throw compatible and it can be used outside, fully weatherproof, the whole 9 yards, everything the other stuff can do. The only difference between this and any other stuff, the 9, 12s and so forth, this has to be sprayed on and it is rear projection technology in front. But it shocked me because when I first looked at it, I was like, ugh, it's gray, like this is not going to go well. And you hear me on camera saying, I may have to darken this. Contrast is going to be an issue on this, but there is no issue with the contrast. All right, with that being said, I'm out of here. I got to start working on labels, specification sheet, and get ready to start marketing this because this is coming out next week. I got to bring this out next week. I'd be crazy if I didn't. All right, got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.